Okay, so today we're going dap on something pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's this leadership tactic
Right.
that's all about speaking last.
Yeah.
And I think people would be pretty surprised to hear who used this tactic really well.
Oh, yeah.
Nelson Mandela.
It's funny because most people think of Mandela as...
Right.
What? Huh?
A very powerful speaker.
Yeah,
So this is going to be a really interesting deep dive today.
they do.
We found this YouTube video
Right?
that analyzes how he used this speaking last technique
Yeah.
to become,
A great leader.
one of the most revered leaders
In history.
in history. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because at first glance, it seems like
I-
the opposite of what a leader should do.
Yeah.
So
It's counterintuitive.
it is totally counterintuitive.
Yeah.
So what I thought was fascinating about the video was this anecdote
Okay.
about how Mandela learned this from his father,
Yes.
who was a tribal chief.
The tribal chief, yeah.
So like pretty old school.
Yeah, definitely old school.
So like paint me a picture here.
Okay, so imagine young Nelson Mandela observing his father
Okay.
in these tribal meetings.
Got it.
Now, instead of just jumping right in and giving his opinion,
Right.
Mandela's father would kind of sit back
Oh.
and really listen to everyone else's perspectives first.
Interesting.
And then, and only then,
Okay.
would he offer his own thoughts.
Wow.
And he would always speak last.
Wow. So even as a tribal chief, he felt that it was important to hear from everyone else.
Absolutely. And, we're often told to listen,
Right.
but I feel like
Yeah.
we rarely actually do it. And that's what makes Mandela's approach so powerful.
Yeah, it's like this idea of really being the last to speak.
Yes.
It seems so counterintuitive in today's world where everyone is just like
I know.
trying to be the loudest and,
Right.
first one to speak up.
It's all about being the first.
Yeah, so why is it so important?
Well, the video really breaks it down into two main benefits.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so first off, when you speak last...
Yeah. You create this space where people feel truly heard.
Right.
Like their opinions actually matter.
Yeah.
It goes way beyond just like politely listening.
Right.
It's about making people feel seen and respected.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah, think about it.
Okay.
When someone takes the time to actually listen to you,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of validates your perspective, right?
Totally. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it makes you feel like you're actually contributing.
Exactly. And that's huge for building trust
Right.
and getting people to share their ideas more openly.
Yeah. But wouldn't a leader risk seeming passive or even indecisive
That's a great question.
by holding back their own opinions?
Right.
I mean, shouldn't a leader be way leading
Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
conversation?
And that's where the second benefit comes in.
Okay.
By listening first,
Mm-hmm.
a leader gains this deeper understanding
Yeah.
of all the different perspectives before forming their own opinion.
Okay.
They're not just hearing words.
Right.
They're absorbing the nuances.
The emotions, the why behind each person's viewpoint.
So it's about getting the full picture before weighing in.
Exactly. And that leads to more informed and ultimately better decisions.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
But does this mean just sitting there silently until the very end?
Well, not exactly.
Okay,
Active listening is crucial.
got it.
It's not enough to just be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually be engaged. The video even cautions against things like nodding or shaking your head.
Oh, really?
Because even unconsciously,
Right.
those actions can sway others.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so instead it emphasizes asking clarifying questions,
Okay.
digging deeper into people's reasoning.
So you're not just hearing what they're saying.
Right.
You're trying to understand why they're saying it.
Exactly.
See?
It's about cultivating empathy,
Yeah.
putting yourself in their shoes to see things from their perspective.
That's powerful.
It is.
And it's not just for leaders, right?
No, not at all.
It's for all of us.
It's valuable in any interaction, really.
Totally. So we've got this amazing example of Nelson Mandela,
Right.
this man who endured decades of imprisonment
I know, it's incredible.
and still emerged
Yeah.
as a symbol of unity and forgiveness,
Powerful.
all while believing in the power of speaking last.
Amazing, right?
It really makes you think.
It does.
How could this change the dynamics of our own interactions
Right.
at work, at home,
Anywhere.
even just in casual conversations with friends?
Yeah, for sure.
If Mandela championed this, maybe it's something we should all consider.
It's definitely a practice.
Yeah.
It requires patience,
Right.
a willingness to understand others.
Yeah.
It's not always easy,
Definitely not.
but I think the potential rewards are huge.
I agree. And, if you're interested in learning more about this concept,
Yeah,
we put a link to that full YouTube video in the show notes.
definitely check it out.
Worth watching.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive today.
My pleasure.
Until next time.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.